and today I'm summoning the cards for a timeless love reading. So whenever you find this, trust that there's a message here meant for you. So let's figure out first where your love life is headed next in the next couple of months, days, or weeks. Ooh, went off camera, but it is the 11. So 6/11 might be of significance. So on June 11th, something might be happening, or on November 6th, right? So it's something to keep in mind. So I'll put that here for you. All right, 11/11 might be of significance as well, or double six. Okay, so now let's unravel and unfold what's happening in your love life next. What's headed next for you and the person that you're thinking about, or the person that you're currently in a relationship with, right? Ooh, mission. Very nice. We share a passion for helping others. So the person that you're interested in or in a relationship with, you share a passion for helping those around you. We have a mission to fulfill in this world together. So they're very interested in fulfilling things with you at this time. And that's beautiful to have in a relationship. You have some sort of partnership, which can then lead into how you work through your finances, work through your work, like professional, personal, all those things, right? I got a sense of like perfection as well. I don't know why. I just thought of words that start with the letter P, right? We also have prosperity, and also three crystals have showed up. So this is positive qualities and traits of your soulmate connection. So there's definitely a lot of positivity starting off in this reading thus far. Very, very nice. Okay. And so not only do you both share things of like a very similar mission, very similar ideas and ethics and morals, this could also be culturally, religiously, spiritually. You both also want to travel the world, and you you're almost thinking like, we have so much to explore with one another. Let's go out and do that, right? So this might also require you to go travel as well, go out there in the world. If you are currently not traveling at this time, but you wish to do that, definitely put that into motion into the universe so that everything starts adding up over time, right? So go outside, travel, explore, and you'll most likely find someone of interest along the way if you are single who also enjoys to travel as well. And you also have prosperity. We're going to be happier, healthier, and wealthier together. So I did get a sense of wealth around when I heard the word mission, which is very nice because when mission is almost in alignment with one another, with you and them, it's a very beautiful like combination of sorts for the universe to just give back to you both in such a prosperous way. Now, online, I'll meet you online when we are ready. Ooh, okay, so some of you will be traveling to meet this person online, or you will be traveling in general to meet someone new. But yeah, some of you might be having long distance relationships online. They might start online first as well. We are in a very online community kind of vibe nowadays, especially with past events of the world. People are normally having relationships online and kind of just meeting people that are interests of them or to them in terms of relationship or love connection. Um, Also, creativity. I'm excited to collaborate with you and curious to see what we create. So, this person wants to work with you in some sort of way in a collaborative spirit. I'm getting a sense of almost like artist, singer, songwriter, right? And when two creative souls join forces, the results can be profoundly beautiful and rewarding. So the universe is saying go out there, collaborate. You never know, love interest might spark through that as well. Very, very cool. And then trauma. So there is some trauma of the past sparking here. So for some of you who are in a relationship, you or them might be having some sort of trauma of the past, but I'm working through my trauma so I can be whole for you. So there's definitely some level of wanting to grow and change and have compromise and kind of just evolve and grow. This also might be a relationship where you're currently in it and there's been some traumatic experiences in the past that may not have worked out in either of your favors. Universe is saying take some time to work through it together so that you can both be there for one another and come out of it whole again and ready for new things in the relationship. Okay. Ooh, so we also have Separation and lessons. So hourglasses are about lessons and inner work that your soulmate is focusing on at this time. And so there's a positive period of separation that is focused on growth. So perhaps not necessarily a breakup, but just some sort of like separation of some kind where it's just like, I need a little bit of time to kind of think about what I want to do next, where I see this relationship going. So these are perhaps conversations that both you or them are having with one another. And then lessons. There are still lessons I have to learn before I can be ready to be with you, right? So even if you are together or if you're single and you want to get a relationship with someone, they might have some trauma of the past that might be impacting their ability to start this soulmate connection with you, right? At this time. But for those of you who are in a relationship, there's just perhaps some lessons of the past that both of you are going through and kind of working through so that you can be better partners for one another. And then there's a sense of separation. Even though we're not together right now, our separation is only temporary. We've already had so many lifetimes together, and we have so many more to come. Right. So that might also be something to do with the online environment, some sort of separation in terms of why a relationship is currently in a long distance stance. It could be based on work, personal, professional, you know, dilemmas that have occurred. And yeah, there is definitely room to grow here despite the separation. But that might also be why some trauma might be popping up here and there as well for some of you who are in relationships that had traumatic experiences. Some separation might have had to occur and lessons learned in order to kind of like go forth and have a prosperous relationship. And then also we have intuition. So with these two locked doors here, it's clues about how and where you could meet your soulmate. So intent for those of you who are thinking about going out there and trying to find a new soulmate or love connection, trust your intuition, for it knows the way to meet. When you listen closely, love whispers become clear. Right. So that could be for anyone really. In a relationship or single at this time, but definitely use your intuition on whether or not the direction you are currently going forth into is the right one for you. Okay, so let's figure out a little bit more about what's happening in your spread in terms of where your love life is headed. Okay, for your current situation, you said, "Ooh, I keep my heart open." Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, it's all about sensitivity, wonder, artistic, creative, and dreams. So you're a very creative individual at this time, okay? And that's going to allow you to continuously keep your heart open to new love relationships and just things that just serve your greatest good. You're being very sensitive about things, but in a way that is more or less a dreamy, artistic, very creative environment. It's almost as if you want to dream your uh, future love relationship into reality. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about being rooted, having a sense of abundance and resourcefulness about you. And that is where your love life is headed, but it also can kind of hinder at some point in times where it's like, is this potentially through this like abundance and nurture and rootedness? It, it could be good, it could be bad, but I'm getting a good sense here that because of some of the instances of trauma and separation that might have happened, you're coming from such a nurturing place that it's going to allow it to be prosperous. Prosperous. I wanted to say like prosperous spirit for some reason, but yeah, it's very prosperous. I'm getting very good vibes here. But let's check out what's happening in the past. And the trauma is in the almost past position here. So we'll dig into that very shortly. So, subconscious, I outrun anxiety. So, interesting. So, you're questioning like where your love life is headed, but at the same time, you're outrunning the anxieties that it brings to you at this time with the Nine of Swords. So, the Nine of Swords is about having anxiety, guilt, nightmares, overthinking about things. There might have been some things that were said in the past or very recently that impacted how you felt about the existing connection that you have, about your generally, perhaps even your love life or where it's heading next, and you're just kind of unsure. And it's giving you almost nightmares. You might be overthinking, like perhaps you're interested in someone, you're like, I don't know if I'm ready because going through a separation or having some trauma from past experiences. Am I ready for this? I don't really know, right? But at the same time, you kind of want to like rest in your own power and nurture yourself, but also keep your heart open, right? Okay. So in your past situation, you have I feel alive with the Sun card, which is about joy, clarity, right? And there are successful outcomes happening in your love life. So it did seem like you had a good connection in the past, or you can at least reminisce on good connections or dream about them and have faith towards a new one. So you are very hopeful. And that's what's coming into your existing situation here as well, which is interesting. And then, of course, you have with the goals and ideals, you're moving on with the 6, 7, 8 of Cups. So, the 8 of Cups is about departure, you're searching and letting go, almost going through like a withdrawal period. So, that almost makes sense. Perhaps some of you are in a relationship that you're withdrawing from at this time, and that's kind of why you're moving on, or you're in general in a mindset if you're single to kind of just move on to newer and better things. Maybe you were interested in someone, but it just didn't quite work out. So you're thinking, you know what? Let me just go travel. Let me go figure out what I want to do with my love life going forward. And you're in that mode at this time. Okay. Near future, I can chill. I can chill out. Okay, very interesting with the temperance. So you have a lot of sense of balance. There's some harmony, and you're kind of integrating everything that you've learned from the past and current situation into your near future, right? And so that's going to help you as you lead into your next love life, or like as your love life is like heading into the next steps, right? So let's go into your existing approach. You're not in any rush at this time. You know you want something happening with your love life, but you're not in a rush. Not too much of a rush, right? You're keeping your options open, and if you are in a relationship, you're like, I'm not in a rush to like jump into things too quickly, which is not a bad mindset to have, right? So you have the 6, 7 of I was gonna say 7 of Cups, which is about fantasies, choices, daydream, illusion, and being tempted towards something. So that's very interesting because the temperance, right? Because you're kind of going with that harmony. Very, very, very interesting. So 6, 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is about patience, investment, reflecting, and you kind of like seeing the results of all that, going through that patience phase, that retrospective phase. Yeah, and it's very cute because the 7 of Cups is like about having a lot of options, right? It's you have a lot of choices, so you might in your current love life have a lot of choices like to choose from. And you're like, I kind of like this person, and also this person, or I just love everyone in general. I don't know who to pick, right? I have so many options, or you're just very like open in such a way where you're just like you're ready to just like take in any sort of experience and see what comes next from it. Very interesting. So, in your existing environment, you have the Justice, right? And so, with Justice, you're bringing forth into your love life or into the next steps of your love life truth, balance, fairness, and accountability. You're like, we have to be accountable. We have to take ourselves very seriously because this is a partnership. We're supposed to be a team, right? I believe in a fair fight. Everyone deserves a shot. And I definitely got that from the the 6, 7 of Pentacles, where it's just like you have that patience and investment. But when I was thinking about the 7 of Pentacles, it's about all those different choices, and you're just giving everyone a shot too. But you're also being like very mindful about just the fairness of it all and taking accountability and making sure that in your partnerships that you do feel like a team with whomever you go forth with next, right? Or even in the existing relationships that you are in at this time. So with the environment, universe wants me to take out a few cards here. So I'm guarding my energy, okay, and I care deeply with the Queen of Cups. We've been seeing the Queen of Cups quite a few times in the past readings. But with that, you have compassion, empathy, and intuition. Very, very cool. We love that. You are a very intuitive person. You're very passionate as well. You have compassion. Mm-hmm. And you're guarding your energy, which definitely makes sense here because love is a very how you say it can just like flip the switch very quickly, and you're guarding your energy, you're protecting yourself, providing that self-love and care that you need. But with the Four of Pentacles, it's all about stability, control, holding tight, having a sense of like really knowing yourself and like understanding your emotions and emotional intelligence and everything like that, physically, mentally, spiritually. And your final outcome, ooh, I love without judgment. The Lovers. Wow, that's so beautiful. I love without judgment. Wow, Lovers. Very, very interesting, especially in a love reading. It's all about union, choice, alignment, and partnership. So, based on the final outcome, it's very positive that you are going to come into this union, or you are in this union that is aligned, that is built off of true partnership, true love, and having the ability to choose one another. It's like it wasn't like just like multiple like things. It's like I choose you, right? Like you are the one for me. It's really, really romantic. Okay, love that. And for those of you who are single, you will most likely be finding someone who is giving you a sense of union or alignment in your love life or even your personal life, right? This doesn't always have to be like a relationship that is built off of just like, hey, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. It could be through friendship as well. And that very well might spark romantic relationships, right? So keep that in mind. Sometimes when we are least expecting things, love just happens in the craziest sporadic ways we've never dreamed of. And we're like, wow, I'm in love with this person. And I didn't even think about that. Like, this person's my best friend. Like, there's something here, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. Also, universe is saying there's a silver lining, okay? Hope, it's over, mercy. So for some of you, keep in mind that with everything in life, there's a silver lining, right? Sometimes it's important to keep our options open, say yes, right? Trust life, okay? And then, of course, second chance, new possibilities. So there might be, I'm getting almost a sense of like an ex or someone that you used to be in a relationship with, or someone who tried to be in a relationship with you, who's coming back. They're trying to like see if there's a possibility to be with you. It's up to you to say yes or not, right? But open not broken is here in that, so you could give it a shot and be like, hey, yeah, I'm interested in giving this a go. Let's date, you know. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We can still laugh about it. We can have a good time, right? You know, just like a, not in a bad way, laugh about it, but really just like a heart, like a warm, heartfelt, like, yeah, we had a good time, right? Just have a good one. And remember your roots and perspective, flow, harmony into the right relationship, and stop the endless searching. So you've been searching a lot for some of you. You've been here and there. Universe is saying maybe it's time to stop searching. You perhaps have already found the connection you're looking for. And sometimes, you know, when we are seeking certain like qualities in a partner, we want to like have all these check boxes checked off. But it's important to, you know, think about the things that you really need to feel fulfilled and to feel secured in a relationship, and go forth with those things. It doesn't have to be too many, like maybe 2 3 things that you really need, like, you know, it could just be like, oh, I want this person to make me laugh every day because I love to laugh. Or you just need someone to be supportive of you and open like a pickle jar. Who knows, right? Because, you know, we got weak wrists out here. Who knows, right? But yeah, definitely flow, harmony, keep balance in those connections, okay, that you're having. And that's going to allow you to flow into the right relationship. And then returning to each other, compassion. Don't forget to return compassion to you and your loved one at this time, or people that you're interested in, okay? Yeah, and I'm most certain that you're doing that, but definitely keep doing that because that compassion is going to allow you to build a stronger connection with this person going forward. Okay, well, there's also joy, fun, life force, success, and play. So in love and life, don't forget to have fun, play. Don't forget the almost like the carefreeness of it all, right? You want to have fun, almost like it's fresh new love. You're going through this honeymoon stage. Keep that spark going. Keep that zest for life in a relationship going, right? And yeah, clarity, a fresh start, and a positive outlook. So definitely come into your relationships and the ones that you're in with a positive outlook for the future of the relationship. Change your mindset, right? Kind of reduce the mentality of the past and kind of move forward with like, hey, we're going to work on ourselves. We're going to work through separations. We're going to work through trauma of the past and just keep it moving, right? Because the energy will flow with you into that positive direction that it wants you to take, especially with the final outcome being the lovers. It's so important at this time to find alignment in your partnerships so that you can have that like that fulfilling alignment because you both are choosing it with one another. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me for today's reading. If this reading resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.